1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. To stand up straight with your shoulders back is to accept the terrible responsibility of life with eyes wide open. It means deciding to voluntarily transform the chaos of potential into the realities of habitable order. It means willingly undertaking the sacrifices necessary to generate a productive and meaningful reality. Standing up straight with your shoulders back is something that is not only physical, because you're not only a body, you're a spirit, so to speak, a psyche as well. Standing up physically also implies and invokes and demands standing up metaphysically. Standing up means voluntarily accepting the burden of being. Two, treat yourself like you are someone you are responsible for helping. We deserve some respect. You deserve some respect. You are important to other people as much to yourself. You have some vital role to play in the unfolding destiny of the world. You are, therefore, morally obliged to take care of yourself. Strengthen the individual. Start with yourself. Take care with yourself. Define who you are. Refine your personality. Choose your destination and articulate your being. Three, make friends with people who want the best for you. Sometimes, when people have a low opinion of their own worth, or perhaps when they refuse responsibility for their lives, they choose a new acquaintance of precisely the type who proved troublesome in the past. People create their worlds with the tools they have directly at hand. Faulty tools produce faulty results. Repeated use of the same faulty tools produces the same faulty results. 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Comparison becomes problematic when it becomes a way to repeatedly put oneself down in the fashion of the cliché of nihilism, where there will always be people better than you. You are finding that the solutions to your particular problems have to be tailored to you, personally and precisely. 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Imagine a toddler repeatedly striking his mother in the face. Why would he do such a thing? It's a stupid question. It's unacceptably naive. The answer is obvious. To dominate his mother. To see if he can get away with it. Violence, after all, is no mystery. It's peace that's the mystery. Violence is the default. It's easy. It's peace that is difficult, learned, inculcated, earned. People often get basic psychological questions backwards. Why do people take drugs? Not a mystery. It's why they don't take them all the time that's the mystery. Why do people suffer from anxiety? That's not a mystery. How is it that people can ever be calm? There's the mystery. We are breakable and mortal. A million things can go wrong in a million ways. We should be terrified out of our skulls every second. But we are not. The same can be said for depression, laziness, and criminality. Children are damaged when their mercifully inattentive parents fail to make them sharp and observant and awake, and leave them instead in unconscious and an undifferentiated state. Children are damaged when those charged with their care, afraid of any conflict or upset, no longer dare to correct them, and leave them without guidance. 6. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. People who experience evil may certainly desire to perpetuate it, to pay it forward. But it is also plausible to learn good by experiencing evil. A bullied boy can mimic his tormentors, but he can also learn from his own abuse that it is wrong to push people around and make their lives miserable. Success makes us complacent. We forget to pay attention. We take what we have for granted. We turn a blind eye. We fail to notice that things are changing or that corruption is taking root. And everything falls apart. Is that the fault of reality, of God? Or do things fall apart because we have not paid sufficient attention? 7. Pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Life is suffering. That's clear. There is no more basic irrefutable truth. What's the difference between the successful and the unsuccessful? The successful sacrifice. Things get better as the successful practice their sacrifices. 8. Tell the truth, or, at least, don't lie. I have seen people define their utopia and then bend their lives into knots trying to make it reality. It is our responsibility to see what is before our eyes courageously and to learn from it, even if it seems horrible, even if the horror of seeing it damages our consciousness and half blinds us. The act of seeing is particularly important when it challenges what we know and rely on, upsetting and destabilizing us. 9. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. Not all talking is thinking, nor does all listening foster transformation. There are other motives for both, some of which produce much less valuable, counterproductive, and even dangerous outcomes. You remember the past, not so it is accurately recorded, but so that you are prepared for the future. 10. Be precise in your speech. Be precise in your speech. Speech can give structure and re-establish order. Even what is terrible in actuality often pales in significance compared to what is terrible in imagination. And often what cannot be confronted, because of its horror in imagination, can in fact be confronted when reduced to its still admittedly terrible actuality. 11. Do not bother children when they are skateboarding. Beneath the production of rules stopping the skateboarders from doing highly skilled, courageous and dangerous things, I see the operation of an insidious and profoundly anti-human spirit. When someone claims to be acting from the highest principles for the good of others, there is no reason to assume that the person's motives are genuine. People motivated to make things better usually aren't concerned with changing other people, or if they are, they take responsibility for making the same changes to themselves, and first. 12. Pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. If you pay careful attention, even on a bad day, you may be fortunate enough to be confronted with small opportunities of just that sort. Maybe you will see a little girl dancing on the street because she is all dressed up in a ballet costume. Maybe you will have a particularly good cup of coffee in a cafe that cares about their customers. Maybe you can steal 10 or 20 minutes to do some little ridiculous thing that distracts you or reminds you that you can laugh at the absurdity of existence. Personally, I like to watch a Simpsons episode at 1.5 times regular speed, all the laughs, 2/3 of the time. And maybe when you are going for a wall and your head is spinning, a cat will show up, and if you pay attention to it, then you will get a reminder for just 15 seconds that the wonder of being might make up for the ineradicable suffering that accompanies it.